What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the collaborative studio album from Bun B and Statik Selektah entitled TrillStatik. Bun B, man, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Hold on. Get some light up in here. There we go. But yeah, Bun B, man, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Being from Port Arthur, Texas, representing for the whole state of Texas, though, of course, Houston, the city of Houston, 713 area, and just being a part of UGK, one of my favorite duo of all time. Um, Pimp C being one of my favorites of all time, of course, as a singles as a artist, and just Houston, Texas, just Texas, but it's primarily Houston. Just how layered and how deep that music scene is, and how and like its peak from Ghetto Boys to DJ Screw, rest in peace, um, my hero DJ Screw, still to this day. And the whole screwed up clique, Big Mo, Big Hawk, Fat Pat, shoot, Jason. Well, I don't know if Jason, Lil Flip's friend, was in screwed up clique or not. BG Gata, Mafio, Demo, June 27th. That's it for him. Um, yeah, man. Swisher House, of course. Freaking yeah, screwed up clique, Swisher House, Boss Hog Outlaws. Um, ABN, Assholes by Nature, which is Trey, which was Trey, the Truth, and Zero. Freaking Bonnie Boys. Just so layered, man. Street Military, of course. Got to give a shout out to Street Military. K-Rino, of course, one of the greatest of all time. One of the most underrated, yes, but one of the greatest of all time. I don't care what anybody says. And I think most people who know who he is and have heard other artists will agree with me. So, yeah, Bun B putting on for that state of Texas. Stack Selective, and man, what was that album he dropped back in like 2016, 2017? Seven. I really enjoyed that project, having all those artists on there. One of my favorite memories, one of my fondest memories back in high school of hip hop for my generation is back when he released um, "Carry On" with Joey Badass and Freddie Gibbs. And so I'm very familiar with who Stack Selector is, and to see this come together, I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be dope." And I was right. I didn't expect anything less, given who the producer is, who the MC is, and the track list and who's on here. So let's go ahead and get right into this. The first track is "Moving Mountains" featuring Javante. This is a very feel-good intro. You got OG Bun B here on his OG shit because been in the game what 30 plus years now. He deserves it, and just repping the old days, the old school, and of course the underground. The second track is "Still Trill" featuring Method Man and Graph. All artists here are just saying they haven't lost a step and they haven't changed. Track number three, Basquiat featuring Fat Joe and Smoke Dizza. Man, just putting it down. Like that's what this track's about. Like, everybody putting it down for theirs and go beating all odds. And on the hook, of course, Fat Joe was talking about keeping nip in your mind because you really lost uh, a G when we lost Nip. That was, I mean, it was only what now a couple months ago, but still like. Track number four, Concrete, featuring Westside Gun and Terminology. I'm used to seeing Terminology with Bun B on some tracks, but Westside Gun though, um, that is a surprise. Not like a surprise like Bun B thinks he's dope or Westside thinks Bun B's dope, but just to see it, I'm like, damn. And then just pretty much this is like a We Made It track, like a We Made It. Track number five, Money, um, featuring Fame and YSP. All about the cash and just how you'd be surprised what niggas would do for it. Very strong start to this album, but after this track is when it kind of slowed down for a minute for me. Um, well, actually, even still here, it was still a good track though. Like, there's not a bad track on here. It's track number six, Superstar, featuring Michi Darko, CJ Fly, and Hail Supreme. Just saying, like, yeah, you want to be a superstar, but you don't know what you're getting into. Like, you don't know what you're asking for because the things people will do to you, they'll stab you in the back, they'll lie to you. Like, being a superstar ain't all it's cracked up to be because the shit that comes with it, just to get the good life that comes with it, like the peace, you actually kind of want to get away from it. You want to milk the superstar life for all it's worth and just go back to being a regular person. Track number 7, Paperwork featuring Uncle Murda. Just checking for all real niggas. Anybody who's checking, who's claiming to be a real nigga, they checking their papers on it, cause um, which makes this album pretty cool to me and very cohesive. Because to go with track number 5, how it's all about the money. Then track number 6, you want to be a superstar, and how people will stab you in the back, the people who you think are your friends. And you got this track, Paperwork, like the people you thought were real, you gotta check the paperwork, and you come to find out they were fake the whole time. It's like that makes this album. That was a very cool 3-track part for this project. Track number 8 was TBA featuring Propane and Killer Calion. Shout out to Propane, been known about him for a minute, been known about Killer Calion for even longer minute. Um, Propane and freaking DeLorean and Marcus Manchild, Kirk O'Bangs, who, if he ever gonna drop his album, I don't know. But yeah, TBA, this was cool. This was just cool to see Killer Calion and Propane out here putting on for Houston. Track number 9, Time Flies featuring Big Crit, my man, and Salib Kweli, also my man. Just missing the old days, man. That's what this track's about. And remember what you come from. And y'all probably heard something go bing. I just got an email. Sorry about that. I should have turned the volume down. And remember where you come from and how people just go with the time as it flies. Track number 10. Hold on. I missed something. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't miss. Okay. I thought. All right. Track number 10. I Know, featuring Hail Supreme. Just talking about moving forward and fighting the good fight and reflecting on the rights and wrongs and how you never know how far you can go and what will happen in your life until you live your life and try something. Very feel good beat. Probably my favorite track on there because I downloaded it instantly right after hearing it the first time and just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. Now I want to get into the bonus tracks. Let's see. So yeah, these bonus tracks, there are 4 of them. Originally, this project was like what, 10 minutes, 28, 10 tracks, 28 minutes long. But I think with this, it made it like 14 tracks, 38 minutes. Track number 11, All Good, featuring Toby Nwike. Just talking about how you're from a place where it ain't good, but it's all good. And Bun started off this flow on the first verse talking about, he was rapping like he did on Quit Hating the South off of Underground Kings, UGK's Underground Kings 2007 album. Just dedicated to his nieces and nephews. I feel like he's not just talking to his actual nieces and nephews, but us who listen to him, who are not necessarily the youth and people who are young adults and things like that, millennials, listening to him saying like, I'm gonna have to leave y'all something to study and to practice, some OG shit. I got the blueprint for y'all, and he just got that OG wisdom. That's why everybody respects Bun B, because they know he's the trillist. And Toby just talking about how it's cold where he comes from, and like, what did he say? Like, just the other day, I was wearing the same clothes, and where I come from, people would do whatever for the dollar or the peso. Like, track number 12, Jon Snow featuring Paul Wall and LES. Like I said, LES or less. One of the, not new anymore, but I've been knowing about him for a while now. Les and Paul Wall on here with Bun B. Just representing Houston, Texas. Nothing wrong with that. Track number 13, which is going to be the bonus track on the vinyl of TrillStatik, from what I understand, Lemons. This is just this is just Bun talking about how life handed him lemons, so he made lemonade. He grinded and pushed through for what he wanted, and he came out on the other side better than he was when he went in. So that's a cool track, and I'm glad that's going to be on the of all the bonus tracks. I'm probably glad that's going to be on there the most out of all of them. I wouldn't have minded if All Good was on there with it, or if you took Lemons off and just had All Good on for the bonus track. That'd have been fine for me too, for the vinyl. And last but not least, How Far the Game. My goodness, how the game go. Very smooth. Considering that Statik said on Lemons, like, 11 hours and 38 minutes or something like that. 11 hours, 14 minutes, 38 seconds or something like that. They got 10 tracks and had all the artists. It sounded like that would have been the outro for the album, even with the bonus track. But we got this other bonus track, so I guess this is like an extra track, a bonus track. But yeah, just a smooth outro that I fuck with it. And just saying, like, how the game go, because Bun is still Bun. He's seen how the game go. Like he knows how the game go. He kind of has some insight or like a foresight of how the game's gonna go. Like what it'll transition from here. Like just how the game go. But yeah, I enjoy the heck out of this project. I think I'm gonna get the vinyl that comes with, of course, the standard black um, press, but also a purple one, the color of lean, baby. Um, so that's gonna be dope. It's gonna be 11 tracks featuring the 10 that are on the regular album, but then it's gonna feature Lemons as the 11th and final track, um, A and B side. So man, that is gonna be dope. And this album, I'd have to give this album, in all honesty, I'd have to give this album a solid 7.75. Solid. I'd have to give this album a solid 7.5 out of 10. If you've heard it, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below and what you think about my review on it. If you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. Listen to it. Let me know what you think about it when you come listen to it. Then come back to this video and let me know what you think about it and what you think about my review. And be sure to hit the like button if you like this review. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check the description because my social medias and everything else are down there. And I'll leave a link if you haven't checked this out. Like I said, if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description below so you can get to it. Because on YouTube, I didn't find with the bonus tracks. It was on Spotify with the 4 bonus tracks. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Nothing less than I expected. Bun B sounds as good as ever. Statik Selektah production as good as ever. Just 2 OGs. One really long standing in the game OG and another OG coming together to create this great project. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.